The arrival of the Black Death in Europe, a transformed continent. Adapted from The Black Death Arrives in Europe, a demographic shockwave. Picture this. It's the year 1347. Europe stands at the precipice of an invisible catastrophe. Yet it feels like any other day in the vibrant bustle of medieval life. Villages, cities and markets hum with the chatter of trade and the clatter of wooden carts. Farmers work their land, unaware that the air passes over an ancient route, the Silk Road, the historic conveyor of people, goods, and now, unknowingly, an invisible terror bound for European shores. At the ports, merchants unload their cargo, the majestic sails of their ships fluttering in the breeze. This is the world moments before it changes forever, before the Black Death begins its dark journey through the heart of Europe. Yet no one suspects. The sun still rises, birds still fill the air with song. The world seems at peace. Amidst this tranquility, a few coughs start to catch the attention of those unloading ships from the east. It should be nothing more than the change of season or the chill of the approaching winter. But this time, it's different. This is our entry point into a world that will soon be unrecognizable, where half the population might vanish in mere months, leaving empty homes and silent streets in its wake. Can you believe it? Soon enough, the whispers of an unseen threat begin to spread, fueling murmurings and doubts. Can you imagine the quiet dread that starts to creep in? At this moment, on the very edge of disaster, the stage is set for an event so catastrophic that its memory will haunt humankind for centuries to come. As the year 1347 unfolds, Europe becomes the unwitting stage for a drama that will reshape it forever. Picture a bustling market in a thriving town. Bakers selling their fresh loaves, children running between stalls, and the cheerful bargaining echoing in the cobblestones. Life is a tapestry of vibrant interactions, each thread weaving a story of daily resilience. But now, feel the chill in the air as that quiet dread grows palpable. Unseen, the disease spreads with an unsettling swiftness, whispering rumors of pestilence that began across the vast steppes of Asia. It reaches the ports first. Those arteries of trade that carried silks and spices now bear this invisible horror. Imagine the town crier, his voice booming through the streets with grave tidings from afar, knowledge passed down from the sailor's hardened lips. "A death has spread from the east," he shouts, words heavy with fear and confusion. Can you feel the shift in the air? People grow anxious, their laughter muted and eyes watchful. The tales of entire families succumbing, of villages emptied overnight. It seems unbelievable, almost surreal. How can such stories be true? Yet conspiracy and gossip entwine with reality, as the shadow of the Black Death begins its inevitable advance, leaving dread and uncertainty trailing in its wake. Step into the shoes of those whose names history would remember, unwilling actors in this unfolding tragedy. There's Giovanni Boccaccio, an Italian writer chronicling the devastation from Florence as he witnesses friends and family fall ill and die around him. His pen captures the heart-wrenching tales of loss and survival, freezing in ink what words can barely convey. Imagine the clergy, bastions of moral authority, how they flounder in the face of such insidious peril. Priorities shift, with many turning to fervent prayer rituals, seeking divine intervention as if the heavens themselves might weep and wash away this scourge. Visualize King Edward III of England, grappling with the difficult task of maintaining order while his subjects are beset by fear. And then there are the everyday people, whose stories form the backbone of this drama. Farmers, artisans, mothers and children. Picture their faces etched with fear as they glimpse neighbours falling sick, as they hear whispers of whole cities succumbing. The disease knows no boundaries, paying no heed to wealth, status, or piety. The characters in this dark sweep of history are as diverse as they are desperate. They are guardians, chroniclers, and mourners, all united under the same grim spectacle. Can you feel their bewilderment and terror, pulsing through time to meet our own eyes? This human tapestry of anguish and bravery, intertwined and unbroken, as the Black Death unfolds. Now we arrive at the very heart of the storm, the year 1349. Imagine the cathedral bells tolling incessantly, their sombre echoes a chorus of despair reverberating through the plague-stricken towns. Can you hear them? They ring not only for the devout departed, but for the very fabric of society unravelling before the eyes of the living. In once thriving communities, entire streets fall silent, houses left vacant in astonishing numbers. Picture skilled craftsmen abandoning their tools, fields going untended while nature begins its quiet reclamation around empty homes. Regular order collapses into a raucous dirge of confusion and panic. Amidst this chaos, the most haunting scenes play out. Monks chant ceaselessly, conveying an endless good night to the souls swept away overnight. In England, stories of the dead carted away in wheelbarrows like autumn leaves abound. Can you visualize the silent passage of such morbid convoys in the moonlight? At its peak, the Black Death did not merely take lives, it shattered the scaffolding of medieval life. The unfathomable speed and sweeping death toll left every family touched and every individual marked, reshaping all aspects of society. The sheer scale of the catastrophe defies belief, leaving one to wonder how such a world could ever recover. The storm eventually passes, yet its silence echoes louder than its fury. Picture Europe, scarred but still standing, forever changed. Cities reduced to whispers, populations diminished. Imagine the new world slowly rising from ruins as survivors rebuild not just homes, but the very essence of their societies. The Renaissance, with its blossoming of art and thought, might never have taken such bold form without the upheaval that preceded it. The brutal culling of lives fueled seismic shifts. The power dynamics adjusted, serfs found their chains loosened, and a new value placed on labour rose from the ashes of devastation. Consider how profoundly the Black Death exposed the frailty of human strength and the unpredictability of fate. It reminds us of the resilience etched into our very being, the capacity to adapt and to change. The tales of survival and renewal inspire a sense of wonder at the tenacious spirit of humanity, forging a new path through the darkness. As we close this chapter on a harrowing epoch, remember the incredible tenacity of those who lived through it, who endured its horror and chose to persist. In their legacy lies a testament to the human condition, an echo that weaves through time with the persistent question, how do we endure? Europe's rebirth from the plague's ashes teaches us that life, no matter how dark, can sow the seeds of extraordinary change.